final showdown before we pull the curtains to the league stage. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching the eISL powered by Coca-Cola. Before we have this event started off, a huge shout out to our associate sponsor, Hero Esports Partners, Nodwin Gaming, our platform partners, PlayStation, and our digital collectibles partners, Terra Virtua, for making this event happen. And joining along with me is, of course, Zeeb. And it's going to be Kerala Blasters FC going up against SC's Bengal. What are your thoughts?
Well, yeah, finally the curtain coming down. It's been a long road over the 4 months for all of these teams, and it's finally this is it. This is the last game, and of course, if you're just tuning in to the eISL, let's quickly take you through the tournament format that has commenced so far. This is the last game of the league stages, which has been going on since the 20th of November. And the top four teams have qualified to the finals, which will be played out over 3 days of the next week, 14th, 19th, and 20th. And of course, the two winning team members will then battle it out to represent India at FGS 2022.
Oh yes, and yeah, 110 matches. I mean, this is it, right? This is a moment pretty emotional for us as well, and they've all battled it out. They've all done. Everyone's battered. Now it's time for remainder of the players to rest. But for SC's Bengal, they still have a lot of homework to do. They still have one match before they head into the playoffs, and that's going to be really interesting. But that's going to be starting from tomorrow, right? 14th, and whoever wins it, then they go on to face against their own teammate to get a chance to represent themselves in the FGS. That golden ticket is what we're talking about. Is everyone that's fighting for, along with that hefty prize pool, 78 lakh rupees on the line, out of which the first position gets 15 lakh rupees.
Yeah, and of course that MVP prize of 4 lakh rupees plus the personalized NFT for the player made by, of course, Terra Virtua. So plenty on the line. And Ankit Gupta, he has SC's Bengal have not been in action for a while. And Saransh has now eclipsed him at the top of that MVP leaderboard, so he's going to need to do something about that. But let's also have a look at the leaderboard. There's only one change that can happen today from this game, which is Kerala Blasters, if they manage to win their game, can jump all the way up to 8th place, which is the highest that they can go. For SC's Bengal, it's more about experimentation, a little bit of a dress rehearsal for the finals, which will begin tomorrow. So they'll be wanting to get back in the zone. It's been a little while since they played the last match in the studio, so it's a good occasion and an opportunity for them to just get their flow back.
Yeah, and I'm really excited for the matchups because the last time, if I remember, SC's Bengal and Kerala Blasters FC, it was a pretty close affair, and even considering the fact that Akshat went up against Ankit Gupta, the difference was not too much. So today I really would want to see Ankit Gupta going up against Lok Manu. That's what I'm going to be deciding from the bottom of my heart. But anything could particularly happen. But yeah, I think our wishes have been granted over here. Benno 7 clearly in the form of his life. He's been having such an amazing run, really consistent. Now with Ankit Gupta, few questions are being raised considering his recent run of form. But it could all change today, right? Or maybe he could have a few tricks up his sleeves for the playoffs, because that is where it, eventually matters, that he's got to deliver in the playoffs. Now that is one of those arenas where you head in, you've got a lot of pressure on you. But that's the thing about Ankit, right? He doesn't really take a lot of pressure when he's coming to play, right? He plays as if he's enjoying the games. But as we take a look at the statistics, clearly you could see that a lot of demarcations out there. 40 points for SC's Bengal are clearly at the top of the table. Kerala Blasters FC really at the bottom, almost second last, right? But here, this is where they want to change things up, and yeah, this is what I was talking about. Very close game between them and SC's Bengal. They did give them a run for their money, and Kerala Blasters FC, they would be looking to end things even on a high.
Yeah, I think most of the teams we've seen playing the last match, with the exception of maybe Northeast United FC, have ended up winning. Northeast United FC, I mean, they won hearts, let's just say, with the fun stuff that they were doing. But let's have a look now at those top four goal scorers. Ankit Gupta, is he still in that top four after Chennai and FC's big performances? He's just about clinging on there, 45 goals scored. Sagnik currently number one, but will definitely be eclipsed by well, one out of these three players as the tournament progresses. Ankit will want to get up to that 48 mark today and really set the marker, set the benchmark going into the finals. And he'll be looking to end this league stage on a massive high.
Oh yeah, I think he is one of those players that we really cannot rule out, right? That's just like they say, he is an absolute classic player, and he's been one of those guys who comes in, enjoys his game, scores goals for fun, and there's that signature smile and a little bit of a respect, thumbs up and all the best. Lokmanu also smiling as well, but Lokmanu is of course no lives whatsoever, has been one of my very close friends in the FIFA community. I've been with him right from the very start, have seen his entire journey, and kind of breaks my heart to see how his performance has been resonated in the eISL. Clearly not the best tournament for him individually as a player, so clearly would be looking to finish things off at a good note. He knows that he'd been the way he started off as him, if you remember, those really amazing goals that he was scoring, and then came that little, moment where he always tends to go try and score a goal and hits the crossbar. Maybe something happens, and then right after concedes one. That has been that signature trademark with not just Lokmanu, but also lately with Akshat as well. So I
Yeah.
think they would be wanting to put the pass behind, bury the hatchet, and get inside. And for SCS Bengal, well, since the questions are being raised, I think it's a good game to answer and shut down all the critics.
Yeah, absolutely. And let's see if they can do that. It is Kerala Blasters FC in their away kit, which is in black, and of course, SC is Bengal in all white for today. So let's see what they can do. Lokmanu, of course, has clearly been grinding a lot with that 2260 FIFA score. Really one of the highest rated players in the tournament, but the tournament itself has not gone quite well for him. Not
Oh,
that one, not going too well for him as well. But he does win the corner early on. Ankit not bringing the keeper out, interestingly, which allows him to put that ball into the box and win that header. And there you go. It did look like a mistake initially from Ankit to not bring the keeper out, and Lokmanu spotting that and capitalizing on it beautifully and doing to Ankit what Ankit has done to so many people, scoring from a corner routine.
oh yes, and this is basically taking a page out of Ankit Gupta's book. But these are the kind of plays that you would expect from the likes of Lokmanu, Saransh, Adizima, the experienced bunch, right? They know that if your opponent is making that little bit of a error, giving you that little room, might as well go and capitalize on it. And Lokmanu getting that early opening for Kerala Blasters FC, a really good start, and Ankit Gupta on the back foot at 5 minutes of the game, and which could potentially maybe turn into a 2-0.
Yeah, was looking threatening there, but Lukman decided to just suddenly hold up the play. And it does look like we do have a connection error, and I'm sure we will resume again. The game will, of course, carry on
It's fine.
for from 1-0 after the amount of time that was elapsed. So it will. Yeah, it'll just have to be rehosted. This does occasionally happen, unfortunately, due to internet and server issues. Sometimes these things are unavoidable, but I'm sure we'll be back with the action very, very soon.
Yeah, and considering how the first goal really went in, I think gives enough time for Ankit Gupta to kind of ponder, because not a lot has been put on the table by Lokmanu, right? It was just that he's been looking really deadly, really prolific in terms of his attacking instinct today. He's got that break for his team, and yeah, I think not a huge thing to worry about for the players. The game just barely begun, right? We were into the sixth minute of in-game FIFA time. So yeah, I think certainly the players would not mind would mind an early restart, because even in terms of stamina and everything said, it's all cool and good. So yeah, but more importantly, a lot to talk about Ankit Gupta over here, as he's gonna get at least he's gonna look to get at least three goals, right, in both his individual and co-op games combined. to make sure that he sits on the tippity top. He still has a few more games to play in the playoffs where he would be looking to establish himself, and which was once upon a time, Azim, looking like, Ankit Gupta was clearly undisputed, right? Now
Yeah.
there are a lot of players that have really toppled him over. So that's some signs where he's got to look forward to, because at a point, maybe, in terms of planning and everything, otherwise SC Bengal, they still sit at the top of the table, right? These are just for personal glory, and yeah, 4 lakh rupees on the line and a personalized NFT, which you never know might boom, a couple of months later, and Ankit Gupta might make a fortune out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, it's really showing now, the players who have that big game experience are really coming to the fore. Like we saw Chennai and FC, like Naveen and Saranj have been going from strength to strength, really coming into their own as the tournament has progressed. We've seen SC's Bengal, FC Goa, Mumbai City FC actually lose form as the league stage has come to an end. So. It's really about that mentality and about being able to bring your A game when it really matters, and it's going to be important for them to do that. And SC's Bengal, no doubt, will want to get their game going, and Ankit Gupta as well will want to find that early tournament form that he had, where he was just unstoppable.
Oh yeah, and yeah, I think at a certain point he's got to make a few tweaks in how he really approaches. Has been one of those players that relies heavily on instincts, and I'm not going to be surprised if he, attempt something like Imad just did. Right, Imad has been one of those crafty players who sort of tries to invent a lot of new things getting into the eISL. So he's again one of those players that I would really miss out in the playoffs, and in fact all his fans would. But yes, we're back with the game already setting pace, and there you could see, the scores have been again reset. So we've seen Kerala Blasters FC getting that opportunity to score one in, and now we're back to where we really began. So let's see what can SC's Bengal pull out of this game, as this could be a potential good run. With Eusebio has got to find some room and space, but Cancelo making sure does not lose his cool over there, does manage to defend it off, but the attack is still on, and this could be a potential good goal. And there you go, again, this war continues with Lokman. He scores one, he concedes one.
Yeah, and I don't know. It looked like Lokmania's defense was absolutely all over the place for the entire duration of that play. I'm not quite sure what's up with him. It looked like maybe an offside trap that went wrong over there, because just Ankit found Eusebio in absolute acres of space over there, and if you give him that kind of opportunity, he's not going to think twice before he pulls that trigger. And I do believe that we're going to see the entire duration of the match played out, because I think Lokmanu was basically allowed to score his goal to make it 1-0, and therefore I think we will see the entire duration of the 90 minutes.
Oh yeah, I think that is something that even I would want to, because it would be so abrupt, ending at
Oh,
let's say 85 minutes, and there you go, with Pele coming in for Lokmanu. He strikes yet again, the second goal coming in. I think the way this game has really started off, Azim, I mean, we're talking about a lot of goals being scored, and this is the third of many to come inside this particular game. Now we've got to see with how what sort of an intensity can SC Bengal respond back, because Lokmanu seems to be on fire.
I mean, if we're going to be averaging a goal every 6 minutes, please give us the entire full 90 minutes, and that's exactly what we're going to be getting. As we see now, Ankit getting forward, he's the guy who loves that finesse shot. We might see it with Hullet, and a
Oh
little too ambitious over there, a little
yeah.
too far out maybe for that to work. We have seen them go in from that range before, but usually it's been from Lionel Messi or even an R9. Hullet, with all the major attributes that he gives you. The long range shooting, yes, is there, but maybe a little too far out for him. As Lokmanu gets in again, finds R9, needs to pull that trigger, but the
Oh.
shot blocked at the last moment. And now from the corner, will Ankit bring the keeper out? Again, he decides not to bring the keeper out, so playing a very risky game, and Lokmanu putting that same corner routine in, but too close to the keeper this time. And Ankit manages to succeed it out, and will he win that ball with Mbappe? No, the pressure remains from Lokmanu over here. Beautiful ball played in early, And the shot and the goal. Lokmanu, where has this Lokmanu been for the last 4 months? He is absolutely on fire.
Oh yes, I mean I've been missing this so much, to watch Lokmanu get on, and he's shooting goals for fun right now. The way he's been completely dominating, and more than that, Azim, what's wrong with Ankit? What's happening? Why is his defense in tatters? Clearly, every single time Lokmanu is getting there, he's making something happen. But now Ankit Gupta, not enough time to think. He's got to go for that cutback. But well read by Marquinhos. And the pressure really building upon him. And with Hakimi, makes that a little bit of an interception. But back to Lokmanu with Ronaldo Nazario finds a beautiful pass onto his Pele,
Ooh.
but offside.
Yeah. It's interesting though that even until now, Ankit Gupta is still persisting with that age-old tactic of his of just going down the flank and searching for that cutback. And now all the players are starting to be able to read that. I mean, he's attempted that 3 times already in this game, and it's been very easy for Lokmani to read, particularly if you know that's what he's looking for each time. I mean, you're just going to wait and just cut that passing lane out. And now I think Ankit is realizing that. The players are slightly onto him, and with Pele takes the shot. Lokmanu using that left foot of Pele to great aplomb, and this time Ankit does bring the keeper out, forcing Lokmanu to go a little short on the corner. Finds Ruben Diaz in there. Now Mbappe, little fake, a little shimmy to try and create space, but couldn't do so. But very high pressure and a poor giveaway from Ankit, and the shot taken blocked miraculously, you would have to say, by Marquinhos over there. And now Ankit will look to get forward on his own. But yes, plenty to think about for our MVP candidate. He's got the one goal, of course, sitting now on, I believe it is 46
Yeah.
goals for himself. So just needs 2 more goals to take the lead in the MVP stakes, and of course can add to that tally in the finals as well. But it's going to be a little bit of a shell shock for him, being 3-1 down so early in the game, and particularly against, shall we say, a non-top 4 team, a team that's not been in the best of form. And well, work to do definitely for Ankit before those finals begin, and he'll be hoping that he can pull off a crazy comeback here and get that confidence back.
Oh yeah, I think he needs this more than ever. And what perfect way would be than getting a win over here? Because I mean, maybe I'm stepping on the gun over here, speaking too early. But with Ankit Gupta, it's always possible, right? You never know when he's going to score 2 goals back to back. So I think that is exactly the kind of situation that he needs to overcome, and this could be a possible start for it. Thinking a
Oh,
lot and. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Azim. He could have easily scored that one in.
yeah, I think needed to take that shot a little bit earlier, maybe just half a beat earlier. This time it is the ball in. Will he win the second header? He headbutts Van der Sar almost into the goal using CR7. And well, on the counter attack, good turn away there for using Bellingham from Lokmanu. And now Lokmanu looks threatening every time he comes forward. The opportunity had opened up to find R9 in the middle, but Ankit Gupta just spotting it in time to shut the door on Lokmanu. And now it's looking pretty open this entire game. Will he go for the cutback? This time smashes it into the top corner. Ankit, no nonsense that time, and slowly easing back in. He's been out of the studio for a while. It's been about a week, 10 days since SCEB Bengal had their last game. So maybe a little bit of rust from Ankit, shaking it off now. And what a great first half we've had. 5 goals already. It's 3-2. And Lokmanu is still hanging on to that lead, but it's not a commanding lead anymore.
Yes, not as it seemed 10 minutes in game FIFA time earlier, right? So of course Ankit Gupta clearly finding his groove back, was a little bit rusty, but now he's woken up to his senses, right? He just can't let all these chinks in his armor. He cannot let the other teams feel as if he's really vulnerable at this point. As yes, the first half comes to an end, and quite an entertaining first half, right? It's been a goals galore all along, and now Shantan really, trying to help him out this time, making him understand, that you've got to do something. And what do you think, at this point Ankit Gupta needs to do? Because his defense, that is something that he could clearly work upon. Apart from that,
I think he just needs to go back to playing his natural game. There's nothing wrong with really his approach to the game. He's a very balanced all-round player, and his finishing is generally there. We've seen him score 2 goals and bang them in into the top corner. Particularly the second one will have given him a lot more confidence. The first was a bit of a mistake from Lokmanu. And I mean, let's be honest, Lokmanu has also played a very good game. It's not just been down to Ankit's defending. I think the individual skill that Lokmanu has shown to get into these positions. Like, look at that. It's very, very hard to defend against a player who's being so quick and so decisive inside that box. And well, I'm expecting more goals in the second half. No way that's going in. But oh my goodness, Ankit Gupta outside of the foot with Lionel Messi. Man, only he can think of doing these things. And early warning sign there for Lokmanu to just expect the unexpected. And is Lokmanu going to put that ball in? It's just behind the CR7. The ball will still remain with Kerala Blasters. And a big opportunity here. What's he going to do? He needs that little bit of a skill move to create the space. And he has created the space, but maybe the shot was a better option than the pass there.
Yeah, and this is still okay, right? For Lokmanu, this attacking instinct he's been showing. If he's conceding, but still scoring more goals than that, then that's really good. And this could have been another potential chance. Really felt maybe if he had gone for a chip there, things could have been different. But yeah, I completely agree with what you just said. You know, the reads that we're getting to see from Lokmanu's side have been so promising. Those open gaps that he's exploiting, just like this one, as he's gonna score the fourth for himself over here, as he takes the Kerala Blasters FC's tally to scoring 4 goals. And now Ankit Gupta is starting to feel the heat. And wow, beautifully well placed goal. Nothing really out of ordinary over there. It's just his clean read of the game that is helping him do that.
Yeah, we've seen 6 goals so far in less than 60 minutes. We're averaging a goal pretty much every 9 minutes in this game. Will we see another one from Ankit? Goes for the cutback, finds the finish, and it is 4-3 now. He's getting treated to an exhibition, and Lokmanu raging against, I don't know what, rage against the machine. It's clearly the playlist that's going on in his ears at the moment. But yeah, I mean, Ankit did his job over there. This time the cutback working out for him. I think Lokmanu was annoyed that the defender did not cut out that pass, because he had, to his mind at least, positioned him correctly. So he'll be a little annoyed about that, but he still has the lead. I don't think the goal scoring is done. We've seen 5 goals in the first half. I fully expect to see 5 more in the second half. And it's going to be an absolute classic as Ankit gets forward now with R9 off the crossbar. Messi with the header. It is level for all. And Lokmanu, just have a look at that. He cannot believe that he is throwing this away.
Oh my God, what did we sign up for, Azim? What is happening? The first shot hits the crossbar, but instantly Messi taking that header. Don't really see quite often that from him, and either ways, now we're back to where we really started. And just when we were thinking that, you know, Lokmanu would be cruising along with this game, now Ankit Gupta, this is what I was talking about, right? He's the miracle child. You know, there's always that possible chance of a comeback, but Lokmanu still unfazed, still wants to score a lot of goals. With Bellingham from that right wing, is looking for that pass, finds Ronaldo Nazario, is going to take a shot with that left foot of his, but Van der Sar making sure that he tips it away for a corner.
Yeah, and you can see Lokmanu also not moving his keeper too far out, because Ankit this time not moving the keeper too far out, despite having conceded that early corner, but he seems confident enough in the keeper's ability. Or maybe he's seen that a lot of people are now starting to attempt that direct goal from the corner. We did see Imad score that, the only player to pull that off in the eISL so far. And now Lokmanu has to take the shot, and he completely fluffs it. Gets the time finish all wrong. He'll get a second bite of the cherry, and again makes the wrong call. And this has to be so frustrating for the Kerala Blasters FC, man. He's gonna get another go at it. Surely third time lucky for Lokmanu. Again runs into trouble. He'll get a 4th bite at it. He has to make one of these count. Surely. What's going on? No. And still at goodness. Lokmanu. Oh my goodness. He looks like he's ready to rage quit right now.
Oh, a little too heavy over there. You know, I felt, you know, he could have scored maybe over there. A couple of moments ago, but still has a corner, still has retained a lot of possession, which is a good thing for Kerala Blasters FC. Now with Bellingham, has to find the perfect pass. Yes, Ronaldo would be looking for that cutback or maybe a back pass, but Kante making sure that it just goes out for yet another corner. 72 minutes in, I'm sure the viewers would want this match to not stop at all. These players, leaving no stones unturned, leaving nothing behind, going after each other. Again, another shot being taken. Well timed also, but not succeeding.
Yeah, it's all Lokmanya right now. It's all Kerala Blasters. All the momentum is with him, and he surely has to make it count. He's had 5 or 6 glorious chances. Again,
Oh.
unnecessary trick over there. And if Ankit Gupta manages to counter here, it won't happen this time. Ankit's heart must be absolutely in his mouth at the moment. He must be wondering how he survived this. And surely now
No!
again, this time, it's into the corner, finally making the pressure pay. It is 5-4. What a match!
Oh god. Oh god. I really need to check my heart right now. The way the game is going on. And I'm not I think Azim, we're not done. We're not done. This
Nope.
is the fifth one coming up. I'm pretty sure Ankit will want to try and make a comeback inside this. But look, Manu, is this it, right? Is this what he came here for? Scoring 5 goals and then go and try to defend with all his might? Or is he gonna be looking for few more? Because clearly, I mean, of course, I mean, his attacking wise looking really good. But do you feel that Ankit could do a little bit better in terms of his defense there?
I just think Lokmanya is just playing like a man on a mission. He's not allowing Ankit any of the ball at all. And it's really testament to how good Lokmanya's attack has been. He brings Neymar on now instead of Pele to give him a few more shooting angles with that 5-star weaker foot that Neymar does offer you. Now Mbappe, that first touch, letting him down, and on the counter attack at the 80-minute mark comes Ankit Gupta. Poor pass from him. He really does look rattled by that last phase of possession from Lokmanya, because he was absolutely back against the ropes and trying to just survive that onslaught. But now needs to gather his thoughts, needs to calm down, needs to trust his own ability. He is, of course, the current MVP stakes leader, and right now the maximum, the highest goal scorer in the eISL. Feeds that through to R9. Can he extend his tally? No, the shot not quite working out, and the throw is quite terrible from the goalkeeper, and this could be the opportunity he's been waiting for, but no, runs into trouble. And now with 5 minutes to go, can Lokmanya close this out?
Oh, I think this is his game to lose from here onwards, right? And I think with the mindset that he's come in, he's not going to settle with just being defensive. Another beautiful pass with
Yep.
Neymar Jr. Yes, he scores, and it's the sixth one. Finally, finally, what an end to Lokmanyu's run in the eISL, ending it on a high, just the way he started it off. Wow.
6-4. I did tell you we're going to see 10 goals in this game, and we have not been disappointed. But hang on, Ankit managed to score 2 goals in 2 minutes last time out. Has he been saving the best for last? It's Messi in there. He's going to look for that cross or a cutback. One out of the two goes for the cutback, but Lokmanya reads it, and that's what I was talking about. Well, that seems to be Ankit's go-to strategy, but he almost gets that shot away, millimeters in that, with the bridge with R9 going for the shot, blocked off. And I think unless he scores from here, it's pinging around. He does get the goal. It is 6-5. 11 goals, and potentially still a chance for Ankit to come back and equalize, but highly unlikely, because Lokmanya, I'm sure, will just hold on to the ball.
I've got to check my insurance policy. I think something might be wrong with me with this game. This intensity, this hunger from both these players. But I think at this point, Lokmanu has just got to be a little bit selfish, try to keep the possession. He does that, finally grabs the win, and wow, what a game. And let's just, it's a little bit copium from Ankit Gupta's side. He's managed to score.
Yeah. Yeah, I think defensively, Lokmanya just came in. Offensively, Lokmanya came in with that game plan of, you know what, I am just going to go all out attack and keep that pressure on Ankit as much as I can. And I mean, Ankit, credit to him. He managed to score 5 goals, which is not a mean feat against Lokmanya. But how about that to the start of the final game of the league's stages? Kerala Blasters getting a step in the right direction. They do, of course, need that win to get themselves up into eighth place ahead of Hyderabad FC, and that, of course, would consign Odisha FC back down to 10th place where they started yesterday. So, would be a disappointing result for them. It's still not confirmed just yet. Plenty to go over here. Game 2 is going to be Shayantan up against Akshat. And man, if that gives us half the goals we've seen in this game, it'll be pretty entertaining.
Oh yes, I mean I'm pretty sure even Akshat and Benno Seven would go all out, right? But it's still not game over for SC Bengal because we know that Shantan has been the more reliable sort of a guy who always delivers when it's required, when it's necessary. So I'm pretty much sure anticipating that this entire fixture is going to the third game, but nothing taken away from both these players. Look, Manu off to such a blistering start, scoring so many goals over there. But Ankit Gupta, props to him. He still did manage to catch up, just a goal short. But for the fans, this was optimum entertainment that you can get from watching an eISL game.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we've seen some crazy amount of goals scored today. We saw 7-1s, 4-1s, 4-2s, all the great results possible we've seen today. And we've seen late goals, late drama. I think today has summarized everything that the eISL has been since the beginning of the group stage. We've seen late goals, we've seen drama, we've seen a little bit of tasty fighting between a couple of the players. And of course, that's all going to continue in the real life as well when ATK Mohan Bagan take Hyderabad FC on in that second leg. Of course, Hyderabad with a 3-1 lead, and you can watch that on Star Sports, on the Disney Hotstar network, and of course on Geo TV, wherever. Take your pick and tune in for that match tonight.
There's so much going on in the world of football right now. Yesterday only we witnessed, CR7 making that iconic comeback, and so has Lokmanu done today. And I think he's also a CR7 fan, so taking some inspiration from his idol. But regardless, I would love to talk to Lokmanu over here. I mean, in the eISL studio, it was his last individual game. Pretty sure we're gonna see tons more from Lokmanu because he is one of the professional players that we do have in the Indian FIFA circuit right now. Nothing on his backline, just FIFA and this man, right? You rarely find these sort of lads, right? Because in a country where FIFA is still in the grassroots levels where he's still growing up, these are the guys, they're representing the country, they're trying to get all that laurel, and Lokmanu is definitely one of those players. So I think I would like to get some insights onto him, but look at few of those stats out there. What do we say?
That was a proper attacking masterclass over there, and a properly fair reflection of that game. 4.9 to 6.1 in the XG. And we do have Lokmanu, the guy who finally managed to pull off that win. Lokmanu, congrats on the win. Probably one of the most entertaining matches we've seen in the eISL. Was that an agreement between you and Ankit to say, let's just go out there and not defend today, or what was going on?
No, actually, the way the season has been for me, I decided to go all out this time. I was like, now that the league is finishing, we don't have anything to play for, so why not have? So I made some tactical changes, went like put stay forward on a lot of attackers, and thought, maybe that will counter Ankit's game. Because Ankit plays that attacking, if I sit two back, then I think I'll concede more.
Yeah.
So I was like, maybe just like, let's screw it and let's go all out, and that's how it panned out to be.
It was, of course, a fun fest for all the fans out there, watching the game. But now, look, Manu, yeah, this eISL, this entire tournament did not really pan out the way you wanted it to be. But I'm pretty sure I know that you're a warrior, you're a fighter. You've always, come back from whatever dire circumstances you've been in. So what's next for you now?
So fixes, as you know, like I do play FIFA. FIFA is out and out for me. So one bad tournament, like I said, does not define me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna reflect so much upon my bad performances this time, but I'll come back stronger in the next one. And yeah, in competing in all these 4 5 years, then so many ups and downs have come. So it's the same for every other player in the tournament. You see the likes of Adi Zima, for example. He's had 14
Yeah.
wins and still so low in the table. So just one bad tournament, and hopefully you can get back up in the next one.
Yeah, and we've seen you've been casting a few games in the India qualifiers, Asia qualifiers for on Twitch as well. Is that an interesting experience for you to sort of break away from the bubble of 22 players and then see slightly different play styles and then try to bring that stuff into your game here?
Absolutely. I have done this for a while now. I've done this with fixes for the other event also that
Yeah.
Nordwin had done earlier. So I think I love doing it, especially the fact that I have so much of knowledge about the community, not just the game. I think that makes it interesting. Hopefully, one day with you, Azim, also we can,
Yeah.
collab on something and work for it. Yeah. So that's an exciting prospect for sure.
Surely we would love to, talk with the management if it is possible. But, before we head out, of course, look, Manu, this one question: who do you think is going to get the ultimate glory? Just one name.
Based on the consistency, I would say it's going to be Saranj. That's the reason he's one of the best players. I think he's got that clutch factor. But the way SC's Bengal has played, I think the way the unorthodox game style that Ankit has, that's not something anybody experienced before. And I think that could be the clutch factor because you've seen the way goals go in this match.
Yeah.
And Ankit
Yeah.
knows where to do what. So I think he could be the one pulling off that miracle and probably going to London. I hope he does.
Yeah. Well, we'll be looking forward to catching the journey of whoever makes it and your journey throughout this remainder of the match as well. So, all the best to you and Akshat, and I'm sure we'll catch up soon.
Cheers, buddy.
Thank you so much, guys. Take care. Bye bye.
Sure. I mean, would love to have this man on the desk with us, right, Azim?
Yeah.
So much insights, tells you so much about the depth of the game, and yeah, I mean, even as a caster, as an analyst, this guy, he's been at the top of it all, right? And yeah, he's one of those players, I've been personally connected to. We've had this chat, and he's given all, he's gone all in, right, inside of FIFA. He wants to go with the community. He's done so much, and I really hope he shines through whatever or wherever he goes next. But yeah, we still have a match with us, and this time it's going to be some redemption time for Benu7 as he's got to win this one, because if he does not, then the SC's Bengal, the boys, they're going to be exposing that vulnerable side to all their opponents, and that is definitely not good news.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, SC's Bengal would have loved to be done with all their games early on and then not have anybody watch them for the last week or so. But yeah, Ankit, Lokmani was spilling a few secrets over there on how to beat Ankit. Just keep trying to attack him because he's going to attack you anyway. So you may as well try to make him a little uncomfortable. And hey, listen, as casters and audiences, if it's going to give us these 11 goal thrillers, we'd be very happy with that.
Oh yeah, I mean, we would love to see goals being scored every next 6-7 minutes. I mean, we would love to have that. But yeah, let's see if we could get a similar sort of a game that we had in a game number one. But this time it's going to be Akshat who's racing in and he scores a goal. What? What just happened?
Oh my goodness, what have Kerala Blasters FC had for breakfast or lunch or tea today? My goodness, Akshat comes out flying and now Shayantan goes like completely bursting up the other end as well. So clearly, everyone having a little bit of fun, also a little bit of clearly a bit of adrenaline for Akshat over there on his last day. Wants to make a good impression. It's been a mixed tournament for him. There were times when it started to look good, but then, just like in this game, he's conceded a lot of chances. And now Shantan getting back into it and bang! Looks like it's another 11 goal thriller coming up, folks.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelts because we are in for one really rough ride. because now just when we were thinking, Kerala Blasters were absolutely blasting off, SC's Bengal could not stay out of the party. And I've been talking about Ben 07, such an amazing player, found that room, found that space, went in for that finish, succeeded. Now, Akshat might just be a little bit rattled. He was just trying to settle in. He scored one goal. He was feeling really happy about it, gloating in pride, but just right after conceded. So one of those signature trademark Kerala Blasters FC things that we've seen so far, and the curse continues. But now is where they would both the players would be wanting to try to put on a little bit of breaks over here, try to settle the dust down, and then maybe make a move, or maybe I could just be wrong, where Akshat could go finding create another chance and score.
Yeah, he'll be looking to do just that over here. Now with Eusebio trying to work it onto that right foot, and it will fall to him. And oh my goodness, it's absolute pinball in there. And finally, Shantan manages to get it away. But I think what Kerala Blasters FC have shown us today is that a lot of the teams, and this is a good tip for whoever's going to be facing them, maybe even FC Goa, who might be facing SC's Bengal in the finals, that you don't want to be showing SC's Bengal too much respect. If you just go out there and attack them from the off, they are vulnerable. And obviously, they will keep coming back at you and trying to score themselves. As we are seeing with Shayantan, who's absolutely waltzing through the defense. Oh my good God! Demolition job there by Shayantan, bringing it up 2-1. What a start to this game as well.
Oh, the final game of the eISL, and we really did not know that there would be so many goals being scored in this one matchup. And Ben 07 being no less, but more than just scoring a goal, that was a statement from his side, right? He clearly could say that out loud and clear to Akshat, I'm here to win. And the way he scored that one did not require any other personal, just went in head on, dribbled past the defenders and went for the kill. But Akshat, he did want to try something similar, wanted to get past the defender, but could not succeed.
Yeah, well, he'll get the second bite at it now because Shantan with a very cheap giveaway. Now R9 with the shot, and it is in. 22 minutes on the clock, 2-2 the score, 4 goals already, again averaging pretty much a goal every 5 minutes at the moment. And wow, this is absolute entertainment. What a great way to round off the league stage.
Oh God, I mean, at this point, I do not know what to really say, because 22 minutes and 4 goals being scored. I think this is even a faster frequency than the first game of goals being scored by these players. So let's see. I mean, both these boys going all out, and this is getting feisty as ever. For now, SC's Bengal, they are searching for that room and opportunity with Pele, and this has to go in. Yes, it does. A little bit of a flick over there. Ben 07 maintaining his calm, maintaining his cool. 25 minutes, Azim, and we are 3-2 up for SC's Bengal.
Oh my goodness, these guys are scoring at double the speed of the last match. I mean, we had 3-2 at halftime over there. Here we're 3-2 and we're barely at halfway through the first half. So yeah, let's expect 22 goals for this game then. I think that should be our expectation by the time it's 90 minutes.
I think it is a real possibility, because the way they've been scoring, if this sort of goes on with Eusebio, it was a little too late there, but it's fine. It's I don't know if he's gonna stand out of that one, but considering the fact that he's Hullet, he's got that physical prowess there. But Cancelo almost winning the ball, but out for a throw for SC's Bengal.
Well, this has been pulsating 30 minutes. Tackles flying in, goals being scored, tricks galore, like incredible skill dribbling. I mean, this is like really the pinnacle of the eISL that we're watching over here. I mean, defensively leaves a little bit to be desired, but I mean, who doesn't love watching attacking football? As we see Akshat with the equalizer, it is now 3-3 at 33 minutes. Oh my goodness, this is absurd now.
I'm gonna lose my minds over here, Azim. Now this is just becoming too much for me personally to process what's going on. They're scoring one, the next moment they're conceding, the next moment someone else is scoring. Oh, this is so interesting. I pretty much did not sign up for this, but now that we are witnessing, I mean, I'm enjoying this entire saga unfolding in front of us. I mean, I really want at this point, somewhere down the line, a little bit biased, I want SC's Bengal to win because then we would get to see another co-op game where we would have these beasts unleashing their true potential once again. Goes for that long finesse shot, but miles apart.
Yeah, that didn't work out too well for Chandan. And I think at some point now, Akshat will just want to take the sting out of this game a little bit, just hold on to possession, just cool things down so that he can gain a little bit of control. Okay, clearly that's not part of his agenda, but he gets lucky to win that throw in. Ball played short to R9. And yeah, no, Akshat in no mood to slow things down. He wants to keep going, keep attacking. So it's going to be more entertainment for us, regardless. Either Akshat will score or he'll get hit on the counter attack by Shantan. So, well, it's win-win as an audience. Oh, look at that beautiful ball roll from Akshat over there. The little no-look fake with the ball roll as a defender left on the floor there. This is
Oh,
almost perfectly worked by Akshat over there. And now, as we approach that halftime whistle, does Shantan have it in him to get the lead before that halftime whistle blows? Another very appealing position for him. He puts the lofted ball in, but well dealt with by Akshat. And now think he'll just see this out. I don't know how much added time we're going to have at this rate. Might even be 2 minutes, but no, it's just the 1 minute. Ball played in behind with Pele. Might be a good opportunity to not much time on the next shot, given that there's not much time on the clock, and just Pele running in circles around his man, and even Akshat's having a bit of a laugh about that. And it is half time. It is 3-all. What a match we've seen. We saw 5 goals in the first half in game one. We've seen 6 in the first half in game two, and completely even. I think both players absolutely deserve the 3 goals.
oh yeah, I think nothing taken away from how they've been playing so far. I think we're gonna see more of this, but yeah, a lot of job for the boys cutting out the replays out there. So many goals being scored, and just one after the other. It all started with the kickoff happened, and he directly made a dash for the goal, and he's managed to score the one. But yeah, I think it was very important for SC's Bengal to respond with a goal of their own to send that message that they're clearly here to win. And then we did see some really being good movements out there from Beno 7 there, individually just piercing through, kind of gives you that Carmen Tikka vibes. But for now, we're back on with the second half. Now it's 3 each a
Ooh.
piece, and this could be really bad. This could be terrifying. This could be a shot on goal, and yes, it is. As SC's Bengal further increase their lead, and it's 4-3.
Oh, big mistake over there by Akshat. He'll be kicking himself. Had the ball under control, was under no real pressure in the defense. And always, I think when you're in that position, you just need to clear that ball away and get it as far from a goal as possible, even if it means just giving up possession. But needs to get his head back in the game, shouldn't get demoralized. He needs to realize that he as well has scored 3 goals, so he's easily capable of getting back into this game. But yeah, we've seen 7 goals over here as well. And what great entertainment. If you are, of course, watching these streams on whichever channel, remember to, of course, smash a like, leave us your comments in the chat, and tell us who do you think is going to come out on top in this game. I mean, it would be a brave man to make a prediction, but it's free, so go for it.
Oh yeah, it is definitely. And while you're at it,
Oh,
oh wow, no way this is happening. Just when we were thinking that we might get to see a little bit of a breather of a space, but Akshat strikes. Now it's 4 each, and when we thought, we aren't gonna see possibly more goals than what Lok Manu and Ankit Gupta were putting on the table, I think this is gonna definitely go past that.
Oh yeah, it's looking like that. We already have 8 goals. Just 3 more to go, lads, to break the last match record, and then we can target 13 in the co-op. That would be a nice way to round things off. Again, ooh, this time Akshat getting away with one. The last time that happened, of course, the bounce of the ball favoring Shayantan. This time Akshat managing to recover, but Shayantan will keep coming straight back at him. And no interest from either player in slowing things down. I think for SC's Bengal and for Shayantan, it's a case of let me go out there and just flex my muscles a little bit in terms of attack. Defensively, doesn't matter to us. Even if we lose this game, is fine because that number one spot for us is guaranteed. It doesn't change our tournament in any way. And I thought for a moment Shantan was going for the long shot there. This time, crowded out by two defenders using Pele over there. 60 minutes on the clock. And now Akshat getting forward. He has a couple of bodies in support. And yes, he will find that ball through to Pele at the back post. He does have Hullet. Will he go for the cross? No, he goes for the goal. Hits the crossbar. Goodness gracious me. And somehow, I mean, that could have been one of the goals of the season right there. Nobody expected that shot.
Oh, nothing short of a mini heart attack over there, and I'm pretty sure Akshat's gonna take some time to recuperate on that particular situation. But for what we have right now, ladies and gentlemen, 64 minutes into the game, and it's a 4-4 scoreline. Who's gonna score the next one? Is it gonna be the winner? Is it gonna be the goal that matters? Because for SC Bengal, it really matters that they get the win over here, and I think. Beno 7, that could have been a potential chance, but Akshat read the play from Al Zafar, managed to fend it off. Now he's going to be on a counter attack of his own. Now the question still remains. Where is he going to go with this? All right, a pass made in the right direction with Eusebio can find Pele, but opts for Mbappe instead, as he's going to be looking at Eusebio back again as he call it. Is it going to be a goal or not?
Oh man, I mean, given the way this game has gone, it probably will be now. Just needs to get away from Hullet with Mbappe moving one direction, then the other, finding R9 superbly. And the goal, brilliant from Akshat. Gets that lead 5-4. It is. What a fantastic game yet again between these two very, very evenly matched competitors over here. And now it's advantage Kerala Blasters FC again. We've been here before. It was 6-4 for Lokmanu before Ankit managed to get back his last consolation goal. But the patience from Akshat, the composure to pick that right pass out and then finally finish it off. Outstanding stuff.
Oh yes, I mean nothing short of brilliance. And at this point, I've got to say this: where was this Kerala Blasters FC 19 games ago? I mean, even a fraction of how they're playing today, we could have gotten to see in the past. Well, things could have been possibly different, and it's not any other team that they're going up against. It's the table toppers, for Christ's sake, and they're taking them down for a run. And it's 5-4, and they were looking for revenge for what happened in the last encounter. And in fact, the last encounter was not something about a lot of goals being scored, right? A few of the, I mean, it was just 2-1s, and it was a very close and edgy game. But this one, so many goals, and this
Oh,
could potentially be one where Shantan finds his goal over there. Really scrappy, Marquinhos making such a narrow escape. Oh.
and now needs to play that early. The ball is not played right. It's just the entertainment does not stop over here. And now Akshat makes that read and gives the ball straight back. Oh my goodness. You can see the anguish on him. And now, it's a cheap giveaway there by Shayantan this time, and a cheap giveaway back to him by Akshat. And surely he will score here. And yes, it's back to 5-all. And Akshat, you would have to say, two goals really
Oh.
of his own making for Shantan over there. It could easily have been 5-3 if he had not made those two little gaps at the back. But yep, 10 goals again. Just need one more to match the last game's record, and I think this is already, with just two games played, already the highest scoring game that we have seen in the eISL.
Yes, what a way, ladies and gentlemen. that we are going to be closing things down in the league stage journey, a little bit of a pit stop, and then we're back with the playoffs beginning from tomorrow. And teams know who their opponents are going to be. They just have to be well prepared for them. They've got to put their hearts out. But for now, it's going to be SC Bengal looking for that final nail in the coffin, for that final kill, maybe. Because now, Azim, we have approached the final 10 minutes of the game. Goes for that finish shot. This is going to be absolute bonkers. But barely centimeters away. Oh,
Well, now it's Akshat's time to try and steal this. Will he be patient? I wonder. Will he try to wait for that last attack, or will he just keep going with the theme of the game so far, which is just you attack, we attack? And big opportunity here if he can find one of those runs. He does find Eusebio. Now looking back for Cruyff. Will he slide that in? No, a lovely little shot cancel. Ball will still fall to him. The rub of the green going Akshat's way over here. Marseille Roulette to get away from it, but Cancelo is there, and now the last chance will surely fall to Shayantan, and he has been ruthless when he's been in front of goal. You can see there Akshat in desperation, just making that tackle look like it might even have been a foul over there, but no, throw given. And is it going to all end in tears for Akshat? Are we going to see our second consecutive game with 11 goals scored? And you know what? Akshat might just have a chance here because there are 2 minutes of stoppage time. So just enough time for him to steal this win as he comes forward. What a great ball. Will Cruyff get there?
no.
Nope. And it does look like this game will finally end as a draw. What a match yet again.
Both these players, they just put their hearts out. And yes, huge respect, mad props to Akshat and Shantan to put up such an amazing show. Nothing really breaking the ice between two of these amazing players out here. But one thing for sure, Kerala Blasters FC in those closing moments, they've at least assured or guaranteed that 1 point at the very least of secured for themselves. So clearly, if the co-op game also sort of ends up in a draw, then we're talking about Kerala Blasters FC kind of getting back in terms of where they would eventually end their run, and that's going to be that 8th spot, stealing it away from Hyderabad FC.
Yeah, and of course, well, the 1 point is definitely guaranteed for Kerala Blasters FC. And just look at that 21 goals scored across 2 games. And what do we have in store for us now in game 3? I mean, how many are we going to see there? Because clearly, all these guys are in the mood to just keep going, keep attacking, keep scoring beautiful goals. And it's just been absurd. Apart from, I think, those 2 goals which were really down to Akshat's mistakes, I think every other goal we've seen has been phenomenal quality. And I think a great advertisement for not just the eISL, but just the quality of FIFA that you can watch from these Indian players, and where our esports scene and our FIFA community is right now, because it's absolutely, genuinely world-class finishing. The defense, I would say, leaving a bit to be desired today, not really a priority for these players, but the attack has been absolutely superb.
Yeah, I think this is what the fans come in here for, right? To see a lot of goals being scored, and that is exactly how I like my game of FIFA, where you're trying to score 6, 7. Certainly, it took me back to the days when we were casting FIFA 19 and 20, when players like Saransh, Charanjot, they used to go in, score for goals for fun, 7 goals, 8 goals. And today is sort of a day. I think it's a very high scoring goal day today, because the way things started off, Saransh, he went off on a high. Then we did see a little bit of a very contesting matchup. But in this game, oh my god, I think it has to be one of the best days of eISL we've ever seen.
Well, yep, it's an exhibition day, we should say. We've seen absolute entertainment in all 3 matches today. Really, really good fun. And now it's time for that final game, the final game of the final match of the league stages of the first ever eISL, and I'm sure there'll be more to come. Look at those stats. It's absurd again. 5.7 XG to Akshat's 3. So you could say that Shayantan dominated this one a little bit. But still, I think Akshat very, very worthy of that 1 point. Or, well, not the 1 point, but the draw at least.
Yeah, I mean, considering how he played, I think this is Apex Akshat that we were, talking about right at the start of today's evening, right? This player has been promising, he's been creating chances, but to go up against a player like Shantan, it takes a lot of cojones, and he pretty much showed that he's one of those players that who will definitely come back into the next edition of the eISL, and he's going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're looking ready to go. Suddenly, some serious faces on the side over there for SC's Bengal. Potentially, I think Lokmanu having a little bit of a break and should be back with us imminently. But yeah, we are back over here. And yeah, it's now game three. I just can't quite tell what kind of entertainment we're going to see over there. But speaking of entertainment, of course, Terra Virtua is an entertainment based metaverse platform where, particularly if you're interested in the Hero ISL, there's lots of NFT content over there, moments, trading cards, mascots, all that fun stuff. Check it all out.
All right, this is it, ladies and gentlemen. This is it, the final game. The final game that you're going to be witnessing in the league stage, because from here onwards, we're going to be heading in for the playoffs, the finals, whatever you might call it. We do have our four teams already waiting, and one amongst them is playing here, and they have shown their really vulnerable side where they could be open to a lot of goals. So I'm pretty sure, FC Goa, they're watching this match really carefully. They're, jotting down all those strategies that they can be putting on the table, and try and take them down. From around here, you could see, both Ankit and Shandan clearly not pleased with themselves. Now, Lokmani was really back from his small little break. In these sort of intense situations, you do get the urgency.
Yeah, absolutely. And well, looking ready to go. I think just waiting for the match to be set up. Still managing a bit of a smile. Ankit does never stop smiling. He's always got that cheeky grin on his face. Chandan will be also wondering what's gone wrong for SC's Bengal. I think they've just come up against an opponent that's been completely raring to go and just wanting to attack and just go full power. But for FC Goa, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how they approach their game with SC's Bengal in the finals, because if you do go completely hell for leather and attack them, as we've seen, there is the potential that you get attacked as badly by them, and it can then be a lottery of who scores the more goals. And would FC Goa want to take that chance? Would they want to just keep it tight and try to grind out low scoring results, maybe some nil-nils, maybe some 1-nils, maybe to just nick it that way? And will be interesting to find out. But yep, we see Lokmanu then just trying to get his team together. Don't think we'll see any kind of gag team put together, because Lokmanu will want to make sure that he doesn't lose this game and he can get that eighth spot.
Oh, I'm pretty sure. I mean, now they're just going to go all out. It's going to be a warfare right here, right now, in just a couple of moments, and this sort of a seriousness looming in SC Bengal's department. Now, we haven't really seen this atmosphere being created, right? They've been in situations worse than this before. They've lost even a game to Mumbai City FC, but I think this one's really going to hurt them a lot. The reason being why, because of the way, in fact, the timing of this entire the scenario to pop up at this point. The scoring goals good, but the way they're conceding goals, I'm sure a lot of people are watching this.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is the kind of entertainment you want to see on a Sunday evening, particularly when there's no Hero ISL action. Of course, I did mistakenly mention that the match between Hyderabad and ATKMB is tonight. It is not tonight. It's actually on Wednesday. Tuesday and Wednesday are when the second legs will be played, and of course, Monday you've got the eISL finals. So that's the first 3 days of your week pretty sorted right there. So it's going to be good few days for everybody in terms of eISL and Hero ISL action, and of course then we have the grand finals of both tournaments to be played over the 18th, 19th, over the 19th, 20th, and the 21st. So plenty of action to come, and I think we're all going to be in a little bit of withdrawal about a week and 8 days from now, shall we say?
Oh yeah, and for now, and where we really stand. So, I mean, Lokmanu has called the shots, right? He's said that he's gonna be. I mean, he's pretty much looking forward to Saransh being the one heading off to London and represent India, and it's not the first time Saransh has done that. So clearly, a very worthy competitor. But I mean, I would love to see someone else, giving Saransh and Naveen a run for their money, right? Because inside the playoffs, anything is possible, right? These were the league stages. That is where, even if you slack off for a game and then you're like, kal to hai, we'll come back and we're gonna try and win the next games. We're looking at one game per day and everything. It all ends there, right? It is just those few little games which actually really count and really matter. And now this is the perfect time for Ankit to start pondering over what could be done heading in, and how you can see, even the cameraman is taken aback with the atmosphere inside the studio. I feel there's some tremors happening out there. But for now, I mean, let's see. Let's see. For the viewers out there, let us know. I mean, who's gonna win this matchup? Do you think Kerala Blasters FC they're gonna see things through, or is it gonna be SC Bengal winning the co-op game and denying Kerala Blasters FC the luxury of ending their games with those 3 points?
Yep, we're still waiting to get going in this game. Hopefully, we should have kickoff imminently. It's going to be very exciting. It's actually a shame that we've had so much of a delay between these matches because we had some really, really good momentum going. I think everybody was in a great flow. Every player in this match has scored a minimum of 5 goals. It's unheard of for any match that we've seen in the eISL so far, and still plenty more goals to come. Right now, of course, Ankit is leading that MVP chase by quite a margin now, having scored 5 goals. Of course, he did concede 6, but we don't particularly care about that when it comes to the MVP award. It's all about being the most entertaining player, being the highest goal scorer, and we'll be waiting to see if Shayantan can add his name onto that list in the finals as well.
I mean, yeah, possibly can, right? After that little nervy start, he's been one of the players like we've always, discussed, and we might sound like broken records. One of the consistent players, one of the more reliant players that SC Bengal needed, and what a time to, step up this lad. Because when some days Ankit is not having a good day in the office, he's definitely there to clean up all the mess that has been caused, right? Always keeping SC Bengal in that contention. Now that we see a lot of draws coming out there, the majority of them could have also been losses had Beno 7 not stepped in and won those individual games in his matchup. So clearly, SC Bengal being one of those teams, and quite honestly, you're also going to be so maybe supposedly anticipating SC Bengal going up against maybe Chennai FC in the grand finals, where they'll be locking horns against each other. That could be a possibility, because considering the fact that Mumbai City FC, they've been taking a slump lately, and same goes with FC Goa. They have yet been struggling to find their groove. So a lot to be done, lot desired over here for all these teams out there. Let's see who wins it out.
Yeah, and of course, it's important to note also that SC Bengal have only been beaten by one team so far in the 19 matches. They've only lost one match, and this could potentially be only their second loss. I believe it's only Mumbai City FC who's managed to get the win up against the boys from SC Bengal. So will be a pretty big feather in the cap of Kerala Blasters, and we are finally ready to go. Kickoff has happened. Hopefully we don't have any kind of internet or server issues, but we do see a little bit of a changed team from SC Bengal. Not going with the regular meta players, shall we say. Roberto Carlos is in there, Zidane is in there. So SC is Bengal trying to have a little bit of fun, shall we say. Is this a Real Madrid tribute team, I wonder? Because so far I've only noticed Real Madrid players in there, and actually no, it's Gerrard has never played for Liverpool, for Real Madrid, not to my
I
knowledge
think it's a
anyway. But
Liverpool and a Real Madrid
yeah,
matchup
it looks
going.
like it's a Liverpool and Real Madrid matchup. All right. So, despite how serious everything was in these couple of games, it actually doesn't look like it's Real Madrid because Bruno Fernandes is in there. So
Yeah.
it's just an assortment of favorite players. It would look like an SC's Bengal getting forward now into a good position. Rio Ferdinand in there and Pogba in there. So yeah, this is not a Liverpool.
Yeah.
It's a very strange combination. It's just, I think it's just a bunch of favorite players that they've gone with. Cantona, of course, one of Ankit Gupta's favorite players in there. He is, of course, a Manchester United fan himself. And Andy Robertson there at left back. Virgil van Dijk. Is it Matip at centre half? Might well be. But Gerrard coming forward. All these icons that we haven't seen a lot of in the eISL so far. And it will be interesting to see how these players approach the game. It will be, I think, a little bit less intense and maybe not as high scoring as the last few games because of how the players are a little bit different. Not all of them, of course, have those same 5-star abilities. Not all of them have those 5-star weaker feet, which the players seem to prefer. Going for the finesse shot and getting that terribly wrong over there. And now it's time for SC's Bengal to get forward and show us what they can do.
Oh yeah, I mean at this particular point, really, I thought it's going to be an all-out war, but I think both the teams have raised the olive branch. Just playing their favorite players, making it look like more of an exhibition game. Still points on the line though. But Ankit Gupta has gotten his personal goal. See, this is absolutely abysmal, and these are the shots, something that Ankit Gupta would take, and boy oh boy, that had all the chance in the world to go in.
Yeah, and very fitting it would be that it would be scored by Puskas. Of course, the best goal of the year award in the real world is, of course, named the Puskas Award. So that would be very fitting for him to score an absolute screamer. And opportunity to switch that to the left flank, not taken. Sadio Mane now on the left flank. It is Cantona for both teams. Clearly a lovely back heel to set up Mane. Going for that shot, but well blocked over there by Bruno Fernandes getting forward, getting back and defending, but poor pass. And it will be picked up, of course, Trent Alexander-Arnold, a very, very nifty, useful card to have in your team, particularly if you have the player of the month version of him. Very, very good card to have, close to 90 rated, if I'm not wrong. But obviously these players will look at 89 and 90 rated cards and be like, dude, we have 98 rated Pele available to us. So come on, this is not impressive. But it's not going to be available to them after this week once their accounts are all locked again.
Oh, you had to say that. I mean, imagine if these players, got access to all those cards. That would have been so, abysmal. But yeah, for now, SC's Bengal. Oh, that was really physical. And yeah, you've got a man like Virgil van Dijk. That's possible. I'm so surprised how Ronaldo could get up and walk as if nothing had really happened over there.
Well, yeah, that's the joy of it being a video game. You can make all sorts of ridiculous tackles, and the players will all be just fine. Yeah, it could tear up their cruciate ligaments in the knee, and they'll get up and be totally fine within the next minute or so. Now, at the back post, if they can spot it, there's a big opportunity, and it falls to Puskas, and it will fall to Puskas again, but well defended. And a very calm 33 minutes so far. No goals scored. It's like we're watching two entirely different teams playing against each other right now. Oh, and they've given the ball straight away, just as I mentioned it. They were like, okay, we need to give you some goal mouth action. You asked for it. It will fall to Cantona. How he would have wished that it was Messi there, that he could just curl it into the far post, but not to be.
But there was this little bit room, right? When Ronaldo Nazario received it, he could have directly gone in for the shot. Maybe, initially it was just a misclick. He wanted to take it, but pressed on his X. But either ways, SC East Bengal not really capitalizing on the corner like they usually do. But for now, I think to sum it up, we're just going to witness that one really bizarre goal from Imad. Nobody else really succeeding. Few have tried, but not nearly even close.
Yeah, absolutely. They've just it's not really been as crazy as those opening two games that we saw, and I think to ask for three games like that back to back may have been a little bit too much. So, well, we'd still be hoping for a few goals, hoping for maybe a 2-all or a 3-all or something like that, um, depending on how this match pans out. Lovely little few series of touches there from CR7, finds Pushkas, who then runs into him, but it was a foul, so the play will be brought back and free kick taken quickly. Roberto Carlos there on that left flank. It'll be interesting to see if Ankit Gupta gets a free kick in an attractive area. Whether look at that sombre flick and the volley just wide. That could have been an absolute peach. But yeah, at least they're giving us those potential goal of the tournament contenders. We saw one from Puskas and now this one, but still not quite close enough.
Yeah, I think Ankit Gupta loves to, do all those kind of trick moves, and this is something that Lokmani really touched upon. His unorthodox style of gameplay. That you do not know what he's gonna do next is what really sets him apart. As wow,
Oh!
wow, Kerala Blasters FC with Cristiano Ronaldo. Just when we were talking about Ankit Gupta, they have pulled a page out of his book, have gone in for that finesse shot over there, and SC East Bengal absolutely stunned.
Oh yeah, well CR7 scored an absolute screamer in the real world yesterday, and Akash from Jamshedpur FC made a point of showing us this and illustrating it in his game yesterday. And he was talking to Lokmanu instead, in fact, about it. He did all of these against Lokmanu, and he said that chop back long range shot from CR7 is, in his words, he said it's broken. And clearly, we saw that over there. Even Akshat couldn't quite believe that it flew in. And well, what a great goal. And 1-0 it is for Kerala Blasters FC. Everything seeming to go their way at the moment. All they need, of course, is a draw from this game, and they have the 3 points and eighth place in the bag.
Oh yeah, and I think now the morals, the spirits have all been lifted up, and this is exactly those few games that you want. Ideally, I mean, every single time I head in back, talk to Lokmanu about how his games went, and he was pretty low, right? He's like, fixes have been trying, I've been struggling a lot, and this one matchup is something that he can. Go back to home and have a good night's sleep with it. So
Yeah.
that's something good for Kerala Blasters. And same goes for Akshat as well. His first tournament playing competitively in the realms of FIFA, coming in an MBA student, who casually used to play FIFA, tried out in the eISL, and what a Cinderella story it has been for Akshat. But sadly, he's not gonna find his prince. But there you go, heading off inside the second half, heavy head on out. 49 minutes into the game, Kerala Blasters FC have that goal lead for themselves. Now SC East Bengal, now the ball comes down to them. Are they gonna score or not, or is it gonna be Kerala Blasters FC getting one more success?
Yeah, we do see Kerala Blasters have brought on the Liverpool legend Kenny Dalglish, and SC's Bengal have brought on Manchester United legend George Best. So let's see who comes out on top over there. And then we see George Best, a great ball played through. Will it make it through to CR7? Almost, but the recovery pace from Trent Alexander-Arnold, absolutely fantastic over there. Now, with Alexander-Arnold still getting forward, wins the throw. This is exactly where Kerala Blasters FC want to be, 1-0 up, the ball in their court, and of course, we've got Stevie G in there. We've got, I do believe we did see Wayne Rooney coming on for SC's Bengal as well, as there we see him tracking back, and an interesting chip ball in behind. May just fall to Salah, gets away with that, and SC's Bengal can come forward now, and they'll be determined not to, not to be leaving this without scoring for sure.
Oh yeah, I mean, at some point or the other, they would of course want to score goals, and that's been their ideal motive over here. With Dalglish trying to get something done, but has been fended off. Intervention comes through SC East Bengal. Now this is where they have to start building it up. You know, it's 60 minutes gone past by, and this is not the typical SC East Bengal that you're talking about. You know, even in terms of their co-op gameplay, their synchronization has always been really good because majority of the games they do come back in their co-op games as well. And with Ronaldo taking yet another shot, but finally safe in the keeper's gloves as they see Bengal live to fight another few moments.
Yeah, and very unnecessary and strange sliding tackle there from Farhan, and a cheap giveaway. And again, Ankit going for that cutback, the square pass, which he prefers each time. But yeah, I think that's potentially something he's going to need to work on before the finals. Doesn't have too much time to do it, but needs to find an alternative to that cutback strategy of his, because it's become quite easy now for the opponents to read.
Oh yeah, I mean, at certain points, you know, this is what their opponents are going to be figuring out. They're going to make certain adjustments accordingly, even before the game starts. You know, looking for those little plays. But you know, this was the X factor about Ankit Gupta, right? His unorthodox style of play. You don't know what he's going to put on the table, but sometimes you just run out of tricks. And is this the case that's you know, troubling Ankit from scoring a few of those goals? Oh,
Went with Bruno Fernandes over there, also, who has a pretty good long shot on him. But yeah, for Ankit needs to. I mean, he did score 5 goals today, so it's not like the scoring is a problem for him. But you know, in those clutch moments when he needs to find something desperately, that's typically his go-to strategy, and I'm not sure if it's going to be as effective as it has been for most of this tournament. We see best now fouled over there. Advantage is played, and it's going to be a booking for Andy Robertson over there, and a pause for Kerala Blasters to make a couple of tactical changes.
yeah, I think that's more than necessity over there. You know, at this point, you know, what would you suggest them to be doing? Are they going to be playing a little defensive, or just keep on doing what they are? Just a few personnel changes, get a few fresh legs on the field. What is it going to be, Azim?
Well, I think they would want to see it out right now because they do have that cushion. I mean, if they concede a goal, they still get the 3 points, but they can't afford to concede two. So I think they will set up now just to be solid, play on that counter attack. If they concede one, that would be fine because we do know that SC's Bengal now will be going full on attack, and it would be foolish to just give them the opportunity to go for it. And Roberto Carlos, well, once bitten, twice not shy. For the same pass again, Kaka is on for Puskas as well. As we see, it does look like it's Ferran Torres for Mane, or is it Fernando Torres? We can't quite tell yet. It does look like it may well be Ferran Torres. That's volleyed by Roberto Carlos. I think Ankit very tempted by that left foot, as you should be, because it is probably the most famous left foot in the world of the modern
Yeah.
era of football. And now with Trent Alexander-Arnold switching that ball wide, and with Kaka, the ball is given back, goes for the finesse. But yeah, let's say Kaka, not quite Cristiano Ronaldo in that instance.
But yeah, you know, brownie points for trying. This has been the case with SC's Bengal, right? More often than not, these sort of shots tend to go in, but clearly the magic isn't working today. With Virgil van Dijk went in to be a little bit eager, did lack the pace and could not pass it on as SC's Bengal in the final 10 minutes of the game. They're still looking for a draw. Even if they manage to score a goal over here, that would still set Kerala Blasters FC home with 3 points collected for themselves and will put them at the 8th spot. But no changes even after this loss for SC Bengal. But now
Oof.
this run is looking really promising. Gets the pass on towards Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, is Mo Salah going to receive it? But before that, offside.
Yeah, just slightly went too early with that run over there. And now 85 minutes on the clock. We've seen quite a bit of late drama in both matches so far. Will we see another late goal? Good tackle there. with Alexander Arnold, and now getting into the box, given acres of space there, and surely a goal. It is Kaká who gets the equalizer, so it's still not yet a problem for for Kerala Blasters FC. You can see over there Lokmanu asking the question, saying, where did he come from? Why has he scored? And Akshat saying, it's okay, let's just play. But there you have it. It is the equalizer, and now the pressure and the tension will really be on, because this could potentially be the difference between 10th place and 8th place for Kerala Blasters.
Yeah, at this point, you would want to hog the ball, right? Not a lot of time remaining, just 3 minutes of in-game FIFA time. And at this point, Kerala Blasters FC, their primary objective would be to keep the ball as far as away from their box area. So that's the goal. That's eventually that they've set their eyes upon. And yeah, that is exactly what they're doing. They don't want to take any risks, right? It's the final game. One more goal, and they will have to share points. Something that they would not really want to at this point. And yeah, I think quite typically this time, however, they can head in for a final attack, because they know it's done and dusted over here with Carlos Alberto pushing in from that left wing, a little bit of a tackle, but still the possession being retained. Ferdinand managing to deal with it, but Hakimi puts the ball out of the play. The final whistle blowing here, ladies and gentlemen, and this is it. Kerala Blasters FC have defeated SC's Bengal in the final fixture of the eISL. Let that sink through.
Yep, it's finally done. The league stage is officially over now, and what a great game. I mean, a little disappointed game 3 after the 5, 6, and 5 all to just end 1 all. But there you go. It's 3 points for Kerala Blasters FC, and of course, we will get a final look at that leaderboard. I don't think we're going to be looking at the leaderboard much after today, because it is all about those finals right here. So, massive result for Kerala Blasters FC. A good result for their morale as well. And let's find out now the hero of the match. Ooh, that's going to be a difficult one. And it is Lokmanu with his 6 goals. Yeah, I don't think anyone else was going to cap that off, but he's done a fabulous job.
Oh yes, he indeed has. But another few interesting statistics that I was looking into. Kerala Blasters FC is the second only team that has managed to beat SC's Bengal after Mumbai City FC. That is how close these teams are. On any other day, things could have been completely different. But yes, Kerala Blasters FC will have the final laugh before they head back to their homes. Yeah, I think this is pretty much what we really wanted to see. Kerala Blasters FC ending things on a good note, and they indeed have done that. But which is going to be that Terra Virtua super moment of the match? Let's find out. And well, has to be that fifth goal that Lokmanu scored against Ankit.
Yeah, I mean, this was in a very crucial and key moment where Lokmanu was knocking at that door, but just somehow not able to score. And then finally, the floodgates opened, and you can see how pumped Lokmanu was about that, and really made a big difference and put a smile on his face. And finally, for the last time, let's have a look at the leaderboard for the league stages of the eISL. This is, of course, the final standings. No further changes to this. SC's Bengal, Chennai FC, Mumbai City FC, and FC Goa will be battling it out in those finals, and the rest, unfortunately, will be heading home.
Oh yeah, we do have our top 4 secured. SC's Bengal will go up against FC Goa, Chennai FC heading up against Mumbai City FC. Now that's going to be so interesting fixtures that we do have lined up for you guys, ladies and gentlemen. With that being said, finally all those matches have finally come to an end. 110 matches that we had to do, Azim, and what a journey it has been.
Oh, it's been an absolute pleasure and a great journey also for all of you people on the NFT journey. You can check out, of course, Terra Virtua, who is our digital collectibles partner, who have a lot of hero ISL moments, mascots, all that fun stuff. So head right over.
Well, that embarks the closure of the league stages of the eISL as the playoffs are through. But that was all for today, ladies and gentlemen. But before we head out, a huge shout out to the sponsors, as the eISL is brought to you by Coca-Cola, our associate sponsors, Hero Esports partners, Nordwind Gaming, and our platform partners, PlayStation. Also, do not forget Digital Collectibles partners, Terra Virtua, for making this event happen. So that was all we have for today's evening. Finally done with 3 games for the evening, and Azim and I are gonna head out. We are gonna be calling it a night, so we're gonna see you tomorrow at the playoffs.